You might ask me about today's game. You probably won't want to ask me about today's game. But there's a duty of care when you play a contact sport without having the authorities try and nail the actual game down so that you are not playing a contact sport.
And that is your opinion of the game today?
Absolutely. No, it's if you enjoy the game, not you, if everyone enjoys the game, per capita of the population, it's the most populated and popular sport in the world per capita.
Yep.
And that's good, and that's how it should be. But it's a far cry from what it was and what it should be. If you can say, Trent, that you watch games today and you think, shit, or you say, sugar.
You can say whatever you want on here.
Yeah, you say, man, what a great game this is. They're exciting because they're close. If you can say, wow, that's how our game should be played, I'll defy anyone to say that. Anyone.
Do you think the way that control has come into the game has taken some of the X factor out of it?
Yeah, or lack of control. The umpiring is disgraceful. Now, having said that, this is not a reflection on the umpires.
No.
This is never blame the people who work for you. Blame the people who employ you. The umpiring is incomprehensible. It is, and they think, oh, well, what we'll do is we'll keep adding more umpires. We'll get 6 umpires. And in the end, we'll have 1 umpire for everyone that plays. And we'll all try and give decisions just to make our job relevant. And no one has any idea what's going on with the rules, the interpretations. There's so many anomalies about a game. Why have you got a goal square? Why have you got a line across the circle? Why have you got a bigger circle outside the main circle? Why have you got a square around the ground? No one. Why are those things there? They were all designed to make the game better, but no one takes any notice of them anymore. Why is there a circle? Why is there a line across the circle? Why was it put there?
So the ruckmen don't cross over?
Yes, well, exactly. So
They jump into each other.
Oh, they jump up in the air for the ball. They don't spear through the air and try and maim someone. That's why they put a outer circle in. So you had to start inside the outer circle so you couldn't get enough speed up to run at someone. You had to jump into the air. And the reason there was a line there is so you don't touch someone before you jump for the ball. Now, as soon as it's bounced, they walk across the line, hang on to one another. We were told when we played football at a boundary throw-in, you were not allowed to hang on to people or wrestle with them or jostle. You had to jump for the ball. You look at games gone by in yesteryear, and people who in the boundary throw-in, you'd have one person come in and another, and they'd jump and try and hit the ball. Now they just, as soon as, even before the boundary umpire gets a thing in his hands, they push and jostle and the umpires stand there and you watch it and you think, what sort of spectacle is this? How bad does this look? Rolling scrums of people, not game to really hit anyone that hard in case they get a free kick, not game to tackle anyone. The hand passing is just nonsensical. The chipping around the back of the... But it's nonsensical. You look up the ground and you think there's people up there in the same coloured jumper as the person who has the ball and they will not kick it down to him. And you think, well, they might be 1 or 2 out. Well, that's the coaching. Have a couple of people down the end there that might be able to get the thing. Never forget a backman has to second guess what a forward does. So forward's got the jump. If that couldn't be apparent to the person kicking the ball, maybe I'll have a plan worked out. If I get the ball, you lead out that way.
So do you watch much footy now?
Yeah, I watch. Well, I watch a bit now because I do a podcast myself with Wayne Carey. And he says if you watch the football, because we primarily talk about football, I feel I should be up with it, but I start to watch it and then I turn it off. And then I'll come back to it to watch the score, and I think, I wonder if it's improved, and it never does. The amount of games that are enjoyable to watch, I haven't found one this year.
Wow.
Well, So what do you call an enjoyable game? A close game? One with the skill? How many skills are portrayed by the players these days on a regular basis? Do you see many high marks? Do you see many good shots for goal? Do you see many good tackles? Do you see many one-on-one battles? Do you see
Not enough would be my answer.
Yeah, not nearly enough.
And I think that everyone would agree that that's what they want to see.
Yes, but no one says it. None of the commentators do because they're so shit scared that the sponsors will say, "Oh, don't talk down our game." I used to do this on the footy show I was on, and they say, "Don't run the game down." I said, "Well, don't show clips that warrant running the game down."
Speaking of your media career, you obviously were in it for a long time.
Yeah.
You were never backward in coming forward with your opinion. You were willing to put yourself out there. You said before that you made a comment and it kind of has sat with me.
Resonated with you.
While it was around, you were saying around your kidney injury,
Yep.
maybe there'd be a lot of people that wished you didn't make it.
Yep. Throwaway line.
Why?
That.
Why is that though?
Oh, because I'm polarised people. Because